Let's see. Now, in chapter 14, Jesse contemplates that small twists can change your life entirely. How do small twists function as a theme in your novel? And in your own life, how have you noticed small twists?
Oh, that's a great question too. Yeah, I think in all of my books, and probably, I mean, in books in general, I mean, if it's a good one, your hope is that, I mean, something happens in the beginning to create whatever the problem is, and that's usually once I've decided where I want to set my story, the next thing is something bad or something surprising or something unexpected has to happen to character to create a story. So in each of the books, I mean, in The Hideaway, the without giving too much away, the main character her grandmother dies, and she's got to deal with this house, and it turns into this snowball of regret and all the things she missed out on. And hurricane season, the woman who can't have kids takes in her sister's children and has to deal with what that feels like. And then in Glory Road, I guess for Jessie, I mean, she's got the twist of her mother being able to see down the road that her mother's gonna dwindle and gonna deteriorate, and knowing that that's coming. Aside from these two men she's got, bringing up all kinds of and history. Um, Really, the part of writing is figuring out what these twists are. I heard some much wiser author than me say once that she comes up with her characters and then she decides how she can mess up their life in as many different ways to make a really interesting book. And that probably is how a lot of people do it. I don't want to mess up their life too much because I like people to walk away from the book happy that they read it and feel good. But I also, when I'm reading, I like to see how characters walk through difficult situations, even if it's something that I've never dealt with. It can kind of still be a little illuminating to your own life, I think. Just seeing how other people deal with things, and what new things are uncovered when you're forced to kind of go down this twisty road that you didn't expect. Um, and as far as my own life, the biggest twist I guess I can think of is I left. I started at Birmingham Southern. I went there for 2.5 years, and I transferred in the middle of my junior year to Auburn. Sort of a late in the game transfer. I never thought I would do that. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know my roommate. I had to find a place to live. All of those kind of scary things. But I really, if you feel like things happen for a reason, and I really think that move set me on a path to meet my husband, and also really maybe set me on a path to be a writer. Some wonder just what little twists, if it had twisted another way, how would things be different now? The fact that I'm a writer, the fact that I'm married to who I'm married to, and who knows how things might have been different if I hadn't left that school, if I'd stayed there. And it's kind of fun to think about what twists on the path brought you to where you are now, and how it might have been, and how it's good that it's gone the way it has. I think maybe Jesse would think that too.